Welcome, and this is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, your number one source of information, education, and entertainment. For honest, responsible, and dependable information, we stand supreme. To stay focused, inspired, and relaxed, choose green.
Ekabo and welcome to the Ifagbemiro Show. And as usual, before I begin, I'm going to read the Iba. Ope nifu olorun, oludumare, oba ajiki, mojiloni, mowongumeri aye, Iba ila orun, Iba iwo orun, Iba ariwa, Iba gusu, Iba oba igbalie, Iba orun oke, Iba baba, Iba yeye, Iba atiwo orun, Ibashe igungun kiki igungun, Ibashe ori, ori ino, Ipori atiwo orun. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right. So, we've been having quite a few interesting shows of late. And for today's show, I hardly ever read essay IFAs for the reason that I've explained before, that to unlock most essay IFAs, one has to have a certain type of knowledge. But the particular essay IFA that I'm going to share or read this week is a pretty straightforward essay IFA that does not require any particular technical knowledge. All right. The essay IFA I'm going to read this week comes from the book Iwe Fun Odu IFA. And the Odu is Ogbesa, right? Or Ogberi Rikusa. All right. Now, I think on one of these shows, I was explaining the names and why certain Odus are not called by their names. I also explained the process that is used to create the cognomens or the nicknames for the Odus. So this particular Odu is Ogbe Sa. All right. Now I'm going to read the introduction of this Odu from the book. All right. This Odu speaks of friends becoming enemies and enemies becoming friends. This Odu talks strongly about the witches. It may be that this person needs an Ibori. Strong attention must be paid to the ancestors. Ogbe Sa says, move and change your name. Career, working for the government may be good. Do everything completely and do not return to any bad behavior. All right? One could come from a long line of powerful women. When one's time to rule comes, it will be strong. You may have to come behind someone else that did not do such a good job. It could be that the person this comes out for is the only one willing to bring the traditions back. The throne of the ancestors is given to this person. One must pay close attention to their feminine ancestors. This is a good sign for business and commerce. All right. Now I'm going to read the actual Odu itself. That was the preamble or the introduction to the Odu. All right. So this is essay number 1. Orunmila. All right. Okay. Let me go. I missed a couple of lines. The liar dies and dies in a forest fire. The wicked dies and dies in the scorching sun. The righteous dies and dies peacefully, leaning back against a pot of beads. A liar has no rest of mind. I speak the truth and I feel extremely comfortable. These were the declarations of Ifa to mankind. Be truthful, be honest. Those who are truthful, the deities will support. Orunmila, the priest of the world, cast Ifa for the people of the world. When they were creating a world where there was no peace, a world where there was no harmony, they were advised to sacrifice, but only the righteous remained to sacrifice. So speak the truth, do justice, be kind, and do not do evil. Truth travels the narrow path, but the wicked wander on a wide road. Speak truth, do justice, and speak truth. Enito Sotito. One who is righteous is supported by the deities. All right. I'm going to read the entire thing once again. And I wish that all the viewers would pay attention to the words, especially the last paragraph. The first part says, the liar dies and dies in a forest fire. The wicked dies and dies in the scorching sun. The righteous dies and dies peacefully, leaning back against a pot of beads. All right. And for those in the tradition, they know that beads represent wealth. Okay. And there are also symbols for numerous other things. But in this case, pot of beads represent wealth or ire. A liar has no rest of mind. I speak the truth and I feel extremely comfortable. These were the declarations of Ifa to mankind. Be truthful. Be honest. Those who are truthful, the deities will support. Orunmila, the priest of the world, cast Ifa for the people of the world when they were creating a world where there was no peace, a world where there was no harmony. They were advised to sacrifice, but only the righteous remained to sacrifice. So speak the truth, do justice, be kind, and do not do evil. Truth travels the narrow path, but the wicked wanders on a wide road. Speak truth, do justice. Do justice and speak truth. And Nito Sotito, the one who is righteous, is supported by the deities. All right. So I think we should have gotten it. It's pretty clear. All right. It is not a complicated essay, Ifa. It is encouragement that persons should abstain from participating in evil acts, in unjust acts. All right. It also encourages a person to be truthful. It also encourages a person to be charitable. It encourages a person to do their best to create a world where there is harmony and peace. All right? It encourages one to always speak the truth and to do just and to abstain from any form of evil. All right? So that is the essay Ifa, or the lesson for today's show. And this essay Ifa came from the book Iwe Fun Odu Ifa, and the verse came from the Odu Ogbesa. All right? So that is basically the lesson for today. I would like to thank the viewers for joining us. And what I would do now is I would share with the viewers the opportunity where they can learn more about Ifa Orisha if they have a desire to so do. We have several platforms on Facebook where these streams can be viewed. They are all streamed from the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network. It could be viewed at the Ifa Orisha Tradition Discussion Group of TNT. It can be viewed on the Ifagbemiro home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. It can be viewed on the Ifa Orisha Tradition Teaching Group of TNT. It can be viewed on the Traditional Herbal Health Network International. It can be viewed on the Ifa Orisha Institute of Sacred and Divine Science. It can be viewed on the Orisha Baptist Small and Medium Business Alliance. It can be viewed on the African Indigenous Tradition Community. It can be viewed on the Ifa Orisha Community Congress. It could also be viewed on the Orisha Baptist Teaching Moments International, and it can be viewed on the Ianti Diasporic Venture. All right. Other than the Facebook platforms, we are also on YouTube on the Ifagbemiro home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. All right. Now, beside having an opportunity to view these things on Facebook, we also have classes, all right, where persons interested could actually attend and have an opportunity to learn in a class with other persons about the Ifa Orisha tradition. All right, the African Indigenous Tradition Community hosts classes every Tuesday at 5 p.m. at the Barataria Community Center. This is on 6th Avenue, opposite the recreation ground. Beside live classes where you actually attend in person, we also have two virtual classes. We have astrology classes every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We also have etymology classes at 5 p.m. each Friday. At the moment, none of these classes are going on because these are courses that you do. All right. Other than that, we have This program, which you are viewing now, which is the Ifagbemiro Show, where we teach all the basics of Ifa Orisha. All right. We also have the Ifa Orisha Tradition community discussion each Friday at 6:30 p.m. And on a Sunday, we have the traditional herbal health show at 5 p.m. All right. Now, all of the classes are free. The only classes you're required to send a remittance is for the astrology and the etymology classes, and the money you send is for the purpose of sending you your textbooks where you would be able to follow while we go through the entire course. All right. Now remember, this network is a non-commercial network. We are not sponsored. Myself and everybody else who appear on any of the shows do so voluntarily. All right. Now, as a result of not having commercial sponsors, we are not limited in terms of our discussions. So, any questions that any viewer may have concerning Ifa Orisha, you are free to make comments or visit our pages where you can ask your question and we would do our best to address it as soon as we could on the next possible stream. All right. And with that, I would like to say when you visit the YouTube page to like, share, and subscribe. And I would like to say to you, Oda Bo, and see you next week.